Download Prize Picks. New users play $5 and $50 instantly in site trades.
Who are you looking for?
William Shakespeare.
Hamlet is not only an extraordinary masterpiece.
Tell me a story, something that moves you.
It's the best picture of the year. Hamlet, rated PG-13, now playing in select theaters. In theaters everywhere tomorrow.
Back on Get Up to the NFL we go. And Shefty, lots of news out there. Let's run the hurry up, starting in Cleveland with something I wasn't expecting to hear you say. Why not introduce one more storyline into the Browns quarterback room? And so they opened a practice window yesterday for Deshaun Watson, who's coming off the season-ending Achilles injury last year. It's the first time he's been on the practice field all season long. They felt like they owed it to him for as hard as he's worked to get back out there. We'll see if he can make it back for the start or the end of the regular season. Meanwhile, in Tampa, the Buccaneers opened a practice window on a pair of wide receivers, most notably Mike Evans, but also Jalen McMillan. And
Doug. Imagine if we could tell everyone.
So juicy.
Best holiday meal ever.
Okay. I get it. I'm off cooking duty.
Merry Christmas to us.
Merry Christmas.
fractured left hand on Monday. Now, the Chargers continue to insist that he's doing everything he can to be out there, and they're preparing as if Herbert will play on Monday night against the Eagles. But I think there are people around the league who are a little bit skeptical of that, wondering whether he could have surgery on Monday and play a week later, and how much of a risk that might be. Obviously, the Chargers will handle the situation the right way, but there are some conflicting schools of thought, and we'll see what's real if he can't play Trey Lance and the Chargers Monday night. That's a fascinating one. I mean, obviously, and it's a monster game for both teams. It means everything in the world to the Chargers because they're in the thick of things in the AFC, and then it means everything in the world to the Eagles, who will be playing there. And speaking of fascinating matchups, there was an exchange that we all got this chance to see on that Hard Knocks that I wanted you to hear. It's between Jalen Hurts and Devontae.
One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome everyone to Palo Alto, California, the farm and the home of the Stanford Cardinal. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, a crew looking to make a statement, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the Stanford Cardinal. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Stanford.
Here we go. We'll finish the next one. That's a play I made. It's just so fascinating, I think, for those of us who were never on the field. But I mean, of the five of us, I'm the only one who was never on the field. But to hear that kind of interaction. So let me. There's been so much talk about the Eagles and what's wrong with their offense and all of that. As they play a game, look, if the Cowboys win tonight, then there will be an enormous amount of heat on the Eagles to win on Monday night. So if you were to try and pinpoint it, what is wrong with the Philadelphia offense?
It's the worst first down offense in the NFL. And if you're bad on first down, it's almost impossible to make up for it in second and third down. For context, Saquon last year, running the football on first down, he ran for over 1,100 yards on first down last year. 70 yards per game. This year, he's averaging 38 yards running the ball on first down. So you're bad on first down, you're bad on second down, then you're always in third and longs. That's why you have all these 3 and outs. They don't do one thing well offensively. If I had to use the words and give you adjectives to describe this offense over the course of the season, predictable, boring, stale, self-inflicting, uncreative, and unexplosive. Outside of that, that's the reality. So it's not just one thing, it's not just one person, it's all 11.
So if it's all of that, then where are you pointing the thing?
Yeah, I mean, Dan's pointing everything out, and at the end of the day, if you have this many questions, you have an offensive line.
Hey Siri, text Izzy. It didn't really taste like cobbler, but it did taste good, and it worked.
And the blame has to come on the head coach of Nick Sirianni. You look at the OC. Their OC left went down to the Saints, and instead of going to find his guy to keep the same kind of weaponry that he does going into the season,
he elevated a guy from inside the building. Now, I have immense respect for Nick Sirianni, but at the end of the day, if I'm on this show every single week, and every single week there's a conversation taking place about what's wrong, whether it's A.J. Brown's conversation or Saquon Barkley not getting his touches, then all of a sudden it's like, well, and then Nick Sirianni's not addressing this in the room. It obviously has not been addressed there if we are talking about it in week 14.
Do you see it that way?
I played this game, Taylor, and I was just like you 2 years ago and last year, and they went and won the Super Bowl. So I'm saying that to say, they are less than a year away or removed from hoisting the Lombardi Trophy. Yeah, it's tough in that locker room, and that's what happens when you have a bunch of talented people. We call it the Philadelphia egos, because stars have egos, so it is hard to manage that.
Need to kick it away to start this game.
Sirianni, over the course of his tenure, has done a good job doing that because it's tough.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's out of bounds at his own 16-yard line, and he just couldn't find the corner on that return. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sunday.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names, you know, brand versus brand, big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top. Yeah, deep.
Lots of room to run. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
They'll run the option. Quick toss. Got the first down and more. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. The quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Completes it in the middle, and he's dragged down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Fires to the middle. Finds a tight end. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. Pass completion moves the sticks in, and let's see if they try it again. Right on the money. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny, you spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that. They've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right in the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the championship and appears to be a wide-open league. So a lot of turmoil, a lot of change. I think that starting 1-0 is an important step to getting to that championship game.
You know, this is a running back who wants the ball, and he wants the offense to run through him. Really nice job there on the 3rd down of this opening drive for his offense. I can't wait to see what kind of game this guy's going to have.
To the air on 1st down. Buys a little time with his feet. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. They are getting deep into the playbook. 11th play of the drive. He's got it. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Barges ahead. And he steps into the end zone for a touchdown.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop.
Thanks to Sky Rizzy, there's nothing like clearer skin and better movement. And that means everything.
The 16. So Stanford's offense will go to work for the first time today.
You said.
Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Use the play fake, now to throw. He'll pull it down. Short gain on the play before he slides.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Makes the catch on the ground. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Wants to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Quickly to the tight end. Stanford to the line on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Working that left side now. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Firing to
no, sir. No, sir. Good fucking defense, boy.
What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understand.
Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
And they must have had a play in practice that they just felt was unstoppable, because they essentially just took away an automatic chip shot field goal to go for that 4th down. But because of the execution, it was...
Touchdown, Cardinal! Excellent pass by the back on the option. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
Defense has to do a better job with their assignment football, trying to slow this option play down. Someone has to account for the dive, the quarterback, and the pitch man. That time they were missing the pitch man outside, and that's why he scored.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. He'll start this drive firing. Quarterback extends the play. Running to Green. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. Now on 2nd down. Making side adjustments here. Trying play action. He lets it fly. Brings it down on the right side. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one?
You know, there's a lot of communication when it comes to defenses. Like, you have to talk, have to understand if somebody does this, I have to do this, I have to pass off wide receivers. Apparently, the communication was busted.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll leave it with him. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. On 4th and 9, the offense will stay on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Power football with the run. Runs through the tackle. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They've got the screen set up. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 13. Trying to wear down this defense. The 7th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 1. He'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And they'll try to tack on 2. Looking for a man. It's Little. Throws to the wideout. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Looking downfield on 1st down. Snagged in the middle, it's Perkins. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the 1st down. These offensive scripts on both sides have been masterpieces as they are going up and down the field in the 1st. A collision. He stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
So I do think they have a tall task of stopping Jahmyr Gibbs in this Lions offense because they're going to get in all these running situations. But this is a different defense in Dallas than we've seen for the first 10 years.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
It looked like a catch, but they'll say he was out of bounds.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Looking down the middle. He's got an open man. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down. This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field. Defense looks as if it's coming. Looking to throw on 1st down. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Quickly complete. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield. Pick up 10 and the 1st down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the big fella. Oh, he's got some space.
yards after catch, and the number 31 with defense over the middle in the pass game. So again, they match up well. If they can get him in the lineup and have to at least draw attention to it, it can open up all the things that you guys are talking about.
Yeah, I agree with that. Just to go back to the running for a second, you brought Kayden Skidler being the 6th offensive lineman. Is it 4 of the 5 offensive linemen for the Detroit Lions?
Questionable. We have injuries on that Detroit offensive line. They are banged up everywhere, though. If you look at their injury report, it's amazing. They've lost Samuel Porter for the year. They have 2 other tight ends that already have been ruled out tonight, including Brock Wright. You're claiming a tight end off waivers tonight, and the number 1 tight end probably is going to be Ross Willie, not to mention the offensive line question. But the thing that Penny Sewell would not be out there for a game that the Lions have to win is hard to imagine. I expect they'll be out there again. See full strength.
I absolutely agree with that. But at the end of the day, it's like an offensive lineman, as tough as they are, when they go out there, when they're not 100%, things happen. They're not going to be able to have that level of play that you did before the injury.
Detroit's the underdog tonight. We can say that right now when it comes to because the injuries.
Technically, they're favored, but
right. Just by style of play. Right. Dan Campbell, the identity of this organization. Here is some right. They thrive on it and they thrive on. Okay, you guys want to play your style, Dallas. When you're coming to our house, you're going to play our style. I guarantee that 6 offensive linemen is going to be out there. I guarantee they're going to try to dominate and run the football at them. And this is going to be a shrunk-down game. I'd also say this from the Detroit defensive perspective. Kelvin Shepard is your defense coordinator. It's a huge game for him to say, I'm not going to line up and play those guys one-on-one. I think you want to play a little bit softer zone. I think you want to play off those receivers. You're trying to play great red zone defense. There is a formula for Detroit to do it tonight. It's a change of defensively, and it's just a mindset. I would be, with the mini-bye coming, I would be floored if those offensive linemen are not out there.
From the beginning of the year, we added a 6 offensive linemen. Look what it's done for this team.
And ran away. And we took a foundational part and we picked up another linebacker.
We've been doing just fine on that front. We'll take that game a little bit later. The other huge story in sports yesterday, I'm sure you saw it in the afternoon, and then maybe you didn't see the clip that took last night. Giannis Antetokounmpo suffered a right hamstring. It looked real bad when he first went down. Had an MRI. It appears it is not an Achilles injury, so maybe it's not as bad as feared. This on the same day that ESPN reported he is mulling his future with the Bucks. Giannis and his agent in ongoing conversations with the organization discussing whether his best fit is in Milwaukee or elsewhere. Ryan Windhorst is with us in our first hour. Had this to say about the injury and the future for the Freak.
Very good news here. The Bucks have ruled out an Achilles injury. This is obviously very concerning to see. He immediately had an MRI last night to determine the severity of what they have called a calf strain. There's a possibility he could miss some time. So now the question is, will Giannis, especially with his injury, look to take it to the next level and make a full-blown trade demand, or will he give the Bucks more time? There is certainly curiosity about whether Giannis will push the envelope here, because back in August, he approached the Bucks about the possibility of being traded to the New York Knicks, and the Bucks and the Knicks had several weeks of trade discussions about it. Now, Doc would say with a straight face that there was no trade demand. I think that that's true. He didn't demand it. However, those discussions were not the Bucks' idea, I assure you.
All right, so why should teams be lining up to try and trade for Giannis? Because even though he's 2 days shy of his 31st birthday, he's coming up back-to-back seasons of 30 points a game on 60% shooting. They are the only 2 such seasons in the history of the NBA. He has 1 guarantee here left on his contract who will keep you abreast of all of the twists and turns this thing is about to take. Coming up, the fair boost in the NFC North. Is Chicago's success passing concern about the quarterback? We'll dive into that as we roll on. And a reminder, DraftKings Sportsbook is now live in the Show Me State. New customers bet $5, get $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins. Download the app, use the promo code GETUP, and you sign up. Back at the play. I'm Dennis.
the last thing I remember is just the engine cut out.
Your next breakdown could be anytime, anywhere, whether you've got the money to fix it or not.
It was a thermostat, $2,600. Seat sits, $1,400.
But if you got endurance, you could never pay out of pocket for a car repair again, no matter how much it costs them to cover.
In my first year with Endurance, they covered a $14,000 engine replacement.
It was like almost a $6,000 job. If I didn't have Endurance, I would have had to pay for that or just trash the whole car and start again.
If your car's out of warranty, a transmission can easily cost you $4,000.
And an engine? Over $7,000, if you're lucky.
With Endurance, those parts are covered.
The back camera unit, $800 to repair a bad wheel bearing, over $1,000. The new steering rack, close to $3,000. Endurance covered it fully.
Plus, you pick the mechanic you trust to do the work.
It's a totally seamless process going to any certified mechanic. They submit the plan directly to Endurance. They get paid, and I'm out the door.
You trust us to do the work, and we trust Endurance to pay us direct.
And the best part, your rate stays locked in no matter how many claims you file.
If your car's under 20 years old, Endurance has you covered with unlimited miles. Plus, your plan includes 24/7 roadside assistance anywhere in the country.
So, who's gonna pay for your next breakdown? You?
Or Endurance.
Damn, that's crazy. I really don't know nobody who played for the.
Any plan. Plus, a year of elite benefits, a $2,000 value free, all backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee. But you have to act now. Visit EnduranceWarranty.com or call 1-833-608-8463 for a free quote. That's 1-833-608-8463.
250 years ago, a promise was made to connect families and friends near and far. How we deliver has changed, but our purpose hasn't, especially during the holidays. It's the peace of mind knowing your lover eyes, the reliability and the affordability that ensures no one's left out of the holiday magic. For centuries, that promise has been kept, bringing peace of mind holiday after holiday. The United States Postal Service, delivering since 1775.
Harry and David is small batch, gourmet, and delicious. So, of course, they run out fast. Celebrate the joy of giving with hand-picked holiday delights from Harry and David. Iconically American, delicious traditions made to share. Order now before they're gone.
Where's your pain?
Right here.
Both knees.
Take on the pain with Copper Immobilizer. Hyper-advanced compression sleeves powered by Lumacore. Blue infrared fibers woven into compression fabric. Increase circulation to reduce inflammation for faster recovery and pain relief.
It's more than just a compression sleeve, and it's really cool that Copperfit was the one to create it.
Well, and getting there.
It's working for me, it's going to work for you.
Get yours at mobilizer.com.
As teachers, taking care of ourselves is taking care of our students. AG1 gives me a little bit of kickstart to my day, and I know it's full of ingredients that help support my immune system. We are better as teachers when we are feeling healthy and strong, and it is very hard to do that when you're feeling run down. I've got a whole classroom counting on me. I don't want to miss a day.
This is V-Week at ESPN as we highlight the urgent need for cancer research, and thanks to Principal Foundation's Double Your Impact, they are matching up to $1 million in donations during V-Week. If you are able, please visit v.org/donate. 100% of your donations go directly to cancer research. All right, next up for the Bussin' Boys here, let's do Straight Outta Compton. Will's got takes for days, and Taylor's got reactions. Will Compton, what is your first take?
Yes, sir. Building up the take from earlier. When the Bengals beat the Bills this weekend, the Bengals will go on to win the AFC North.
So we're going to crunch some numbers, and we're going to do this. I don't have the notes right in front of me.
You got Ravens, Dolphins, Cardinals, and Browns.
Absolutely. So obviously, if the Bengals have to win this game this weekend,
yes.
Then the Ravens have to beat the Steelers, and the Ravens have to drop one more. They've got the Bengals have the Ravens at home. They've already beat them on Thanksgiving. A lot of domino effect happening there, but it is possible. Joe Burrow didn't show his face.
Sounds like you found the pass.
Sound like I'm there, and we're going after it.
I completely agree that the Bengals look like they could, with Burrow, become the most dangerous team. The question is that they think themselves just too deep a hole. If you think about some of the games they lost this year, the Jets, the Warriors, that might have doomed them. But I agree with you.
I will say this: Joe Burrow's undefeated this year. Don't ask me how many games he's played, but he's undefeated this year.
They are 3-0 when he starts. All right, we'll give you another one. This one in the South.
Jaguars win this weekend, and Jaguars are going to win the AFC South. The AFC South.
Nice, I like that.
your screen right there. The Texans with a win this weekend could start vaulting up that. Last one, I like this one is sort of a big picture NFC take.
Yes, I hate to say this one because I love the spirit of Chicago coming alive right now. But I'm saying that the NFC West are going to get 3 teams in the playoffs next year, and the Bears are going to fall. Packers are going to win the division. The Bears are not making the playoffs this year.
Okay, that is wild because obviously the Bears are sitting at the number 1 seed right now. And Ben Johnson, like if it ends up the way it is right now, we're talking about Ben Johnson and Mike Vrabel, coaches of the year if it stays the way it is. But I agree that Ben Johnson needs a lot of credit for what he's been able to do with his lackluster quarterback play by passing him with the one game to get back. Eventually you get figured out. December's when you get figured out. I see it also just like the Colts. We're falling off the tracks a little bit there.
Fascinating. I think last weekend may have made believers out of a lot of people. Obviously, the Buffett boys are not two of those people. Now, you may be saying, if you don't watch the Bears play closely, what are they talking about? Caleb Williams is playing great. Well, let me show you some numbers, because I'm not 100% sure everyone recognizes that while Caleb Williams has certainly made enormous improvements, here are some stats. He is dead last in the NFL this season in completion percentage. That's 33rd out of 33 qualified quarterbacks. And he is 20th in yards per attempt. So, sort of to make it clear what that, when you put those two together, not like he's rolling the ball down the field all the time, and yet it has been inaccurate. So, Dan, you were the first person I turn to all the time for things like this. Chicago is very excited about Caleb right now. What are you seeing on the tape?
Yeah, lack of route detail and ball placement on a consistent basis. They're playing well on offense in spite of the pass game, but that's not just attached to the quarterback's performance. It takes all 11 to play at a high level. He's played better. He's been less problematic. But 3 clips. Bottom of the screen, the slot receiver's going to run a little bit of a choice route. He's going to get 2 safeties. Caleb, when you get this split safety defense, Caleb's going to start at the bottom, okay? Okay, ball should come out right now. Now, is that tight end contacting that defensive back too much? That's a missed throw. Well, is it because of the quarterback? Now watch the choice route. He's ready to throw right now, but is DJ declaring to him, yes, I'm going to be open? Caleb resets and everybody's covered at the top. Then you go a little bit later to under center play action. Now this is the one that really
Vapor just explode.
DJ is on his deep outward shape route, right? 1, 2, 3, the ball's out right now. DJ is going to go 6 yards further in his depth. There's no way that should be that big allocation of that, but the ball looks like a miss. And so, is that the quarterback? Should he take a little bit longer in the drop? Did the receiver go too deep in the route? And so everyone looks at the throw and says, the quarterback stinks. That one looks to be a little bit like both guys are doing a little bit wrong or not exactly the right thing, and that's why it looks like an incomplete pass.
So when Ben Johnson was critical earlier this week of his team's passing game coming off a huge win, he sort of made it clear he wasn't just talking about his quarterback.
Oh, he said?
I mean, we all interpreted it. No, I mean, he kept saying the passing game. We all immediately said, oh, he's ripping Caleb Williams. No. But you're suggesting that he's talking maybe in larger, and he did, yes, clear it up a little bit. He wasn't denigrating Caleb. But here's the good news in Chicago is the bad news, or maybe it's the reverse. The good news is they're playing so well, and Caleb has come so far from what he looked so lost last year. Now the expectations have gone to what you said they should be at the beginning of the season. Just watch the continued improvement, which we are seeing. To all of a sudden, wait a minute, they could win the division. They could be the 1 seed. They could beat out the Packers, who were built to win it right this minute. And so maybe it's not quite ready for that. What are you seeing?
I'm seeing what Dan is seeing. When you're watching an offense, especially in year 1 for Ben Johnson, the thing that makes him a special coach is that his offense is so detail-oriented. Right? He was in Detroit for a long time, so they got to really fine-tune all those things to get to the max level that we saw before he took the Chicago Bears job. This is year 1. To your point, the receivers are slow out of those breaks. And if you have a corner route and it's on timing, if you take an inside spin with your depth, that will throw the throw off. When I watch Caleb Williams, I'm watching a quarterback who, yes, his completion percentage is down, and there are things he needs to get better at, continue to clean up mechanically. But he's managing
going their way. And it just feels like one of those years where it's going to keep happening. Ben Johnson can do no wrong right now. He's beloved in Chicago. He's pulling all the right moves, making all the right decisions. And to me, this is where this team is where you want it to be. They're ahead of where anybody would have ever imagined the Chicago Bears. In what universe would we think we'd be in the first week of December and they would be the number one seed in the Logan NFC? So can they go to Green Bay and beat the Bears? I didn't think they could go to Philadelphia and beat
What up with it? Huh?
Bevan got the club shut down.
Bevan.
Oh, you ain't seen it. DM. I sent it to our group chat.
Yeah. So what does she do?
I had no idea, bro.
So this was yesterday? Yeah? I'm trying to look at the date. December 4th. So yeah. So after Fancy's last night? Just cause niggas is so weird, bro. Whatever, bro. That's fucked up.
She always got some good. Always got some like that nigga popped on Friday. He always got some shit going. Always got some shit going, bro. Like she was just doing that shit, harassing Boudreaux. Now you harassing Danny. I also don't, again, I know Danny, so I know she be on her shit. She went to the niggas kind of just like this. Also that whole era that she had with you, made from DJ Wall to just be a drunk wild. Yeah, so again, Danny, whatever Bevan said you did, you did. But Bevan, you be doing her ass shit all the time. Always in some shit, bro. What you say? It's like, bro, like, the thing is niggas finna just like not let you into that. And so like again, when I seen her, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna take that picture, obviously. But I don't like quote unquote trust. I don't trust her at all. Remember? Yeah, right. I was gonna say, take the taste bar incident. It was two of them things where she like, I didn't get paid. It's like, bro, why? Like, again, why are you like, you can't do something enough, if that makes sense. Like, you can't do something enough times. Like, I'm not waiting. I'm not working like 10 different times and then saying, oh, these niggas didn't pay me, right? It's like, yeah, you didn't pay me last time, right? You didn't pay me the first time. I'm not coming to the second time. So that way I ain't even gotta go public. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not even getting that deep into niggas where I gotta go public with niggas. Bruh, all of those words, get out of here, bro. So you was on, again, Rodgers was trying to probably have a conversation with you, and you probably took it up. I don't see Rodgers confronting, right? Confronting is a wild word, because a nigga walking up on you and saying like, yeah, my bad, or again, whatever happened last year, like, or whatever that shit was, like, let's move, but like, niggas not confronting you, I don't think. Now what happens is Rodgers probably said something, and she probably started popping off, and Danielle probably started popping off. And then Danielle's like, you know what? Fuck this. I've been wanting to put my hands on this stuff. And Devin probably did the white girl Karen shit, like, oh my God. Oh, you threw a drink at me. Oh, why are you getting me out? Like, no, she punched me. She punched me. Why you getting me out? Because you started it. Because you came. You came to a cool nigga party expecting cool niggas to be cool with you. That ain't how the shit be working out. If you were bruh. Right. Whatever you want, assault, everything. You wouldn't have got your ass assaulted if you wouldn't have been like any people out there. That's what it is. Express yourself like people. She's silly. I didn't even see Bevan Strikes Again. All I saw was no show this weekend. I didn't even see the first one. I only saw the bottom. Bunch of bad. What is assault and fancy? Pull the camera footage. DJ Wall, yikes. I'm glad I didn't really text. Hey, Grey Goose. Okay, start it over. The commissioner of college football. I waited 2 hours to file a police report. No one came who we personally filed one. I avoided contact with further for 7 years. This was targeted attack. I feel immediately. I would really love to fix the calendar, which is like an hour long. Oh, there you go. Not having sex that we have to wear that coaching search is. She used the coach to start arguing. If I wear the signing date. Signing date was yesterday. So you better be sure to go to wow. Niggas is funny. Are you slow? She didn't get beat up. She was assaulted and didn't have time to defend herself before being removed. Incorrect. But in the eyes of the law, I was assaulted in the strategic and orchestration. No, you weren't. That chick there, her day is covered. It was a deliberate attack because I gave her zero attention. I believe I was wondering why I was seeing that face of my time. I didn't see it. I was on reason to do different. Because I was the one to be mean. We're not have situations like Lane Kiffin. Glad you're okay. Blah, blah, blah. And I'm not trying to defend him at all. The timing of that, the calendar played an enormous role in how that worked out. You just said these good words. You're not defending him. Look, to be very clear, we don't have to be carrying water for Lane Kiffin to call the mess of a calendar for what it was and still not resolve the guy about how the he may or may not have handled crosswalk. There's nobody target your ass. See, again, this is like a constant reminder that like you have no clue real how it all works, and like also you don't have to the whole way 2-hour wait for the Houston Police Department to respond to calls. Because this is when Steven, when we was finna go shoot and they broke into Steve's car. We've been waiting for the Houston Police Department to show up. They called 3 times. They said they don't have to wait yet. So again, like I said, literally no excuse. The cops ain't coming, bro. You gotta go file the police report. File that shit over the phone, the non-emergency line. Somebody call you back, details, all of it. It ain't no point to sit around waiting for the police to show up. They need to put somebody in class, speed. It's not gonna be.
So it's a fast game. They decided what to think. It does a little bit procedure with what these teams will and should have first round buys. I do think Ohio State is so multiple right now. I don't even know that I've seen the best game, by the way. They're really good at cat busters offensively, also defensively. I will give Indiana a ton of credit. I call it field muscle. I think that there's different challenges that Ohio State's seen all year. You got to emphatically say that. Fernando Mendoza and company known as Indiana. This is Fernando Mendoza's spotlight, but I'm going to have Ohio State winning this game. Max Patricia for that defense. Nobody's cool here. Max Patricia's got to play with high IQ, situational awareness. They're great in the red zone. I do not see Indiana coming close to us. The greatest leverage that Ohio State has on Indiana is Indiana has to wait and see what defense Ohio State's going to come out with. Patriots, it was all saying. These are kind of what they go against the personnel. Our strengths versus our weaknesses. We aim for the first couple of years to find what we do, and we never stop. I think the game matters more to the NFL than it does college football. NFL style defense, talent, and to win six on the other side could be a Heisman conversation with a good performance. So, look, the reality is that game is not going to make